Okay, ma'am. So in the earlier classes, we were already discussing the mitosis process and its significance, some more related numericals up to that particular part. So today we will get outline of the meiosis and once again bounce back to mitosis process and compare what is the exact meiosis process that tomorrow we will discuss. So whereas in earlier class, in mitosis process, this is the process. Majorly, it is useful to identify that growth of organism. Normally, mitosis, it is restricted to basically diploid cells and as well as in the lower groups of that organisms to increase their number by means of reproduction. The mitosis is a kind of process. So mitosis is also happened in haploid as well as diploid cells. What is the familiar fact in mitosis process? Once the parental cell, for example, n is equals to 2. Here n means haploid set of chromosomes. Once it is divided, now we will get here 2 cells. Now the form of these 2 cells are nothing but daughter cells, which are similar with their parental cell regarding of their size as well as shape and chromosomal number. Everything is same regarding of this. This is the parental cell. These are the 2 daughter cells. Size is similar, shape is similar, chromosomal number is similar. Hence, this process we were already discussed. Hence, it is called homeotypic division, and as well as it is otherwise called as equential division. This we were explained earlier. This is for the haploid cell. So, if we take that diploid cell, which is undergoes to, for example, 2n equals to 4 here. Once it is divided, here also we will get 2 cells. In the each daughter cells, chromosomal number is same. So what is the major pattern regarding of this mitosis process means? Mitosis process, it is happened in somatic parts of organism. Somatic parts of that organism means, for example, if we take that plant, the somatic parts are nothing but which one means vegetative parts. What are the vegetative parts in that plant? Root, stem, as well as leaves. Okay. Except the germinal cells, except the sexual cells, wherever if you take any organism body, the entire part is called as somatic in nature. Now, for example, this is the skin somatic part, cheeks region somatic part. Except that the sexual organs, during the formation of gametes, everywhere we will take these mitosis process. So finally, now the mitosis process, it maintains quality as well as quantity. It maintains genetical integration. Genetical integration. So that is about that our earlier part of that mitosis process. When you come back to meiosis process, here meiosis means lesion, means number is reduced. Lesion means otherwise called as reduction division. It is otherwise called as reduction division. Or otherwise the process is called as heterotypic division. Heterotypic division. We will discuss why it is heterotypic division. Okay. Meiosis process. Where the meiosis process is happened? Meiosis process, it is happened only in diploid cells, either 2N or otherwise 2X. Diploid cell space, they are having how many set of chromosomes? 2 set of chromosomes. 2 set of chromosomes. Out of these 2 set of chromosomes, one set that is concerned for mother. One set is concerned for father. If a set is concerned for mother, this is the female symbol basically. Now, the one set is called as maternal chromosomes. The another one set is there that is concerned for male. This is the female. That is called as paternal. That is called as paternal. Okay. So here, straight away we will take an example, the sexual reproduction in human beings, and compare wherever it is necessary in different patterns. We will discuss. For example, the meiosis process, where it takes or where it takes place in a particular cells. For example, here the skin cells is there. Here meiosis process is not takes place. During in the formation of sperms, during in the formation of that egg cells. Okay. Means during in the formation of the gametes, in the gametogenesis process, that meiosis process will be takes place. So, where the meiosis takes place, that particular cells are called as meiocytes. What are that? The cell which is subjected for meiosis is called as meiocytes. Where the meiosis process will be takes place. Meiosis process, it will be takes place in the formation of gametogenesis process. Or the meiosis process, it will be happen in a spermatogenesis process. Or the process okay, Nishant, I will clarify your doubt. After 3 generations, how many spindle apparatus are formed in a bacterial cell? Okay, I will recall that concept. Now we are in this one. We will discuss in last 5 minutes. Okay. Gametogenesis or during in the spermatogenesis process. or otherwise during the formation of egg cells or ovum in oogenesis process or spermatogenesis process. Normally, if you take the process is during in the formation of gametes, it will be takes place. Now the meiosis process, it never happened in haploid cells. In haploid cells, meiosis process is absent. Meiosis process is absent. Remember the word. Okay. Mitosis usually restricted for diploid cells and as well as also noticed the haploid cells in a lower group of organisms. Okay. Now, the haploid cells, it cannot show the process of the meiosis. Look at here. Now I will take here an example. Now in meiosis process, the entire meiosis process, it is classified into two types. One is meiosis 1. Meiosis 1. In meiosis 1, what happened? For example, I would like to take 2n is equals to 10 chromosomes are present. In meiosis 1, what happened? Now the cell will be divided. Once this cell will be divided, now here we will get how many cells means 2 cells. During this process, once this cell is divided, now in the meiosis process, nucleus is divided twice. Hence, the first division of the nucleus is called as karyokinesis 1. After that, cytoplasm is also divided. Now the process is called as cytokinesis 1. Once that diploid cell in meiosis 1 process, it is divided and forms 2 cells. Now each cell here it is having how many chromosomes means 5 chromosomes. Comparative to the parental cell, now the daughter cell's chromosomal number is reduced to half. For example, here 2n equals to 40, n equals to 20, 100, 50. Now, this is the meiosis 1 first. It is concluded as reduction division. This will be takes place. Not meiosis now completed. Only meiosis 1 is complete. Like that, in karyokinesis of which one mitosis process, we discussed prophase. Like that, in the division of the nucleus, prophase 1 is present. Like that, metaphase 1 is present. Next, anaphase 1 is present. Next one, what is that? Telophase 1 is present. After that, cytokinesis. Then we will get how many cells here? 2 cells. You can sketch, you can take the screenshot. Later on we will discuss more details. After that, who is completed? Meiosis 1. We will discuss what are the steps are happened here. In the prophase 1, it is very longest phase as well as a complective phase. The prophase 1, it is classified into 5 types. One is leptotene, another one is zygotene, another one is pachytene, another one is diplotene, the last one is diakinesis. Listen carefully. We will discuss the meiosis process up to 3 to 4 classes. Up to 3 to 4 classes. Okay, slowly we will discuss. Don't go for any confusion. We keep it always the mitosis in your mind. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. It is very easy. After that, the formation of the two cells. Next, what happened? Meiosis 2 is takes place for each and every cell. Okay, now this is the process. That is which one? Meiosis 2. Okay, in meiosis 2, okay, once this cell is divided, now we will get here how many cells means 2 cells. This is the another cell. Once it is divided, we will get here how many cells? 2 cells. Now you are a haploid cell. N is equals to 5. Once you are divided, here it is also the 2 cells is having same chromosomal number when comparative with the meiosis 1. Now this is the another cell. Here also N is equals to how many chromosomes? 5. N equals to 5. Same process. In meiosis also, nucleus is divided. Now the process is karyokinesis 2. In karyokinesis 2, what happened? Prophase 2 will be takes place, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2. After completion of that one, what will be happened? Cytokinesis 2. So, meiosis 2, you are equivalent to which process means mitosis. Why? Because means in mitosis process, once the cell is divided, now the form of the 2 daughter cells are equal in their size, shape, and chromosomal number. So, compare. You are a diploid cell. 2n is equals to how many chromosomes are present? 10. You are subjected for here which division? Meiosis division. All of you look at the board. When meiosis 1 as well as meiosis 2 is completed, then only it will be concluded as the completion of meiosis process. 1 and 2 should be complete. Okay, so the diploid cell meiosis is undergoes to the first process. What is the first process? That is meiosis 1. When meiosis 1 is completed, how many cells are formed? 2 cells are formed. Their chromosomal number reduced to half. How it will be half we will discuss. Okay. Now, hence the process is reduction process. Here n is equals to 5. Here n is equals to 5. Next, each one is cell once again divided. Now they give rise to how many cells? 2 cells. Here n equals to 5, n5, n5, n5. Now what is this division? Meiosis 2. So once a diploid cell which undergoes to meiosis division, total how many cells are formed? 4 cells are formed. What logical application we have to be remember? Comparative parental diploid cell in the formed haploid cells, chromosomal number reduced to half. Here 2n equals to 20, n equals to 5. But you go for the mitosis. In mitosis, for example, 2n equals to 20 is there. Now you are divided. Here 2 cells will come. Here also 2n equals to 20, 2n equals to 20. There is no change in the chromosomal number. It is diploid cell. For example, n equals to 5, haploid cell. It is divided and we will get here 2 cells. Here also n5, here also n5. There is no change in the chromosomal number. So, the meiosis 2 process. Once this cell is divided, gives rise to 2 cells here. There is any change in the chromosomal number? No. That's why meiosis 2, you are equal to whom means mitosis process. Slowly it will be understood. I recall the concept once again. Listen carefully. Meiosis process. Meiosis means lesser. Reduce the chromosomal number. It is a reduction division or otherwise heterotopic division. In meiosis process, once the parental cell is divided, we will get how many haploid cells? 4 haploid cells. Their number of the chromosomal number when compared to two parents is reduced to half. 2n equals to 10, n equals to 5. Tomorrow I will say 2n equals to 1000, n equals to, okay. For example, I would like to write here 4n is equals to 100 chromosomes is present. What are the here haploid structures? 100. 100 means which one? 50. Now here 2n equals to 50. Reduce it to half. 4n will become 2n. 6n will become 3n. 10n will become 5n. 100 chromosomes equal. Okay, now there are 50, 50, 50, 50. So how it will come? It will be takes time to understand. Before that one, we will discuss that process. Where the meiosis process will be takes place? Meiosis process is happening in diploid cells, having two set of chromosomes. One set out of the two sets, it is concerned for whom? Father. The another one is concerned for whom? Mother. Now we will take that the sexual reproduction as an example in human beings. Okay. Male person. Symbol. In male person, 2n is equals to how many chromosomes is there? 46. Out of 46, 44 are autosomes. What is the meaning of autosomes? They are responsible for the growth of the organs. Another 2 chromosomes. One is X, another one is Y. 44, 45, 46. Female. Whereas in female, 2n is equals to how many chromosomes? 46. 44 autosomes, 2 sex chromosomes, both are X and X. Look at here. This is the diploid cell. This is the diploid cell. Look at here. Here the male is you think so, father. Here the female is you think so, mother. During the sexual intercourse, from there, means during in the formation of gametogenesis, or during into the formation of that sperms. This is a cell. What is this cell? It is subjected for whom? Meiosis. A cell is subjected for meiosis. Now you are called meiocyte. Once it is undergoes to meiosis, we will show with a symbol, a silver symbol or Christian friend symbol. Means it is indicates forms how many cells? 4 cells. All the 4 cells are which one? Haploid. For example, here n is equals to how many chromosomes? 20. Okay, this is another one. Here also n is equals to how many chromosomes? 20. Here also how many are present? 23. Here also how many are present? 23. So in the father's sperm, who are present? Only the 23 chromosomes are present. That is called as a single haploid cell. During in the same process in the sexual intercourse from mother, which are released. Okay, now the former these structures are called as sperms. Now here, how many haploids are formed? 4 haploids are formed. Now, the form of these 4 haploids are called ovum, or otherwise egg cell. So, compared to parental cell, once the meiosis process is happened, chromosomal number reduced to half. N is equals to 20. N is equals to 23. N is equals to whom? 23. N is equals to whom? 20. This is the formation. Okay, so now you are named as, for example, here it is sperm. You are named as here ovum. If you observe this sperm is haploid or diploid? Haploid. A product, whatever it is formed after meiosis, it is haploid. Now, in the sperm, N is equals to how many chromosomes are present, sir? 20. Out of 23, 22 are here home autosomes. They consistent with either X chromosome or Y chromosome. Only one is present. So, 2N equals to 46 chromosomes. A meiocyte undergoes to meiosis process and forms haploid structures. 2N equals to 46. N will become 23. Here out of 2N 46, 44 autosomes. In the sperm, 22 autosomes. Out of 2 sex chromosomes, only one is present. In the same pattern, if we take that ovum, here also 22 autosomes are present. They consisted with either only one X chromosome, either first X or second X, whatever. Now, what is the fertilization? Male gamete or sperm fuses with the egg cell. Now, N plus N will become here which one? 2N. Now, the form of this structure is called zygote. Okay, here 22 autosomes, here 22 autosomes, total 44 autosomes. Now, father X chromosome is combined with the mother X chromosome. Now, the come out baby here it is female. Now, father X, mother X chromosome, it is combined with the father Y chromosome. Now, the come out baby is male. So, how many chromosomes are present in your body? You used to say in every cell we are having 2N equals to 46 chromosomes. Out of 46, 23 is derived from father, 23 is derived from mother. Okay. So, how it is entered to your body? Now, sperm fuses with the egg cell and forms which one? Zygote. I already told. Every organism start their life cycle with a single diploid cell, that is zygote. Zygote is formed today in female. The very next day we are come outside from the mother womb. No. Now this zygote is undergoes to repeated mitotic division. At last, after completion of pregnancy period 9 months, we are come out in the name of a small infant. That is nothing but embryo. Come and tell me how many chromosomes are present in your body? 2N equals to 46. In your poor parents, in your grandmother and grandfather, 46. Tomorrow in your children, 46. Tomorrow in your grandchildren, 46. So, there is no change in the chromosomal number from one generation to another generation. It maintained constantly, by means of which one means meiosis process. So, meiosis process, it restored the diploid state. It restored the diploid state. Take me as example. Male. Okay. Sperm. In the sperm only 23 chromosomes is present. Whereas in the womb of my wife, only 23 chromosomes is present. Now, the sperm and womb are fused. Now they form zygote, gives rise to a new infant is formed, my son. So in my son, how many chromosomes are present? 46. So from one generation to another generation, how the chromosomal number maintained as a constant, how it will be restored, that will be by the fusion of the gametes. By the fusion of the gametes. So 46, 23 is one gamete, another 23 is one gamete. This gamete is fused. Now the process is a fertilization. Once again restored. Now the restored, the number of the chromosomes in zygote is 46. Now, for example, in next generation, he is the male. Sexual reproduction. Another female. Now the process will be same. So, if this meiosis process, which is not up to the mark, which takes place a deviation from normal state, that is called chromosomal aberrations. Aberration means deviation from normal state. We used to observe so many scientific films is also there. Okay, sometimes we can observe a person almost on this much of height. Okay, but he behave like just like a innocent fellow and secretion of saliva. Okay, his age is 40 years or his age is 30 years. He behaves just like a 2 or 3 years small kid. For example, our Telugu hero Nani film. That is the chromosomal based film. Krish in the films. Krish 1, Krish 2, Krish 3. All these are the based on these DNA as well as these meiosis process. So, more than 46 chromosomes. If 47 chromosomes is present, what happened in our body? If 45 chromosomes is present, what happened? So these are all the chromosomal disorders we will discuss in the running program. So to maintain, so in American women, in Indian women, in Pakistani women, all the women are same here. In everybody, every body is having the same number of the chromosomes. We are comes under category of Homo sapiens. Yesterday I was told an example. In GMAs, 2n is equals to 20 chromosomes are present in the maize plant. Out of 20 means n is equals to 10 consent for male, another 10 consent for female. In American maize, 2n equals to 40 chromosomes. In Indian maize, 2n only 20. It never like that. You remember? I used to say, listen my word. Meiosis is the only one process which was given by the God to maintain the chromosomal number constant for every generation. In your generation, tomorrow's in your generation, in earlier 4 generation, in their 4 generation, in their 4 generation, chromosomal number is the same. Due to sometimes genetic disorders, the chromosomal number is increased or decreased. On such condition, diseases will be taken. That is the concept. So, once the meiosis process is happened, a diploid cell undergoes to reduction division, forms 4 haploids. Compared to this parental cell, now the daughter cell's chromosomal number reduced to half. So, one meiosis process gives rise to how many haploid cells? Their chromosomal number reduced to half. Whereas in mitosis process, same chromosomal number is present in the daughter cell. One is maintained genetic integrity, another one is maintained genetical constant in every species. So here, this is the concept. And third class. 7 minutes. So yesterday's sum I will explain, and tomorrow we will start that meiosis process. Okay. In the meiosis process, we will discuss homologous paternal chromosomes, homologous maternal chromosomes. Be concentrated about this meiosis process. Tomorrow, not only in botany part, not only in the zoology part, wherever you go to write any competitive of examination, they ask some science related common bits, mitosis process and meiosis process. I was already told when I was explained that bacterial cell structure during in favorable conditions, bacteria is undergoes to binary fission process. During in the binary fission process, what happened? Initially, the bacteria cell will be enlarged in size. Okay. Now, their nucleus is divided initially. We will get two nucleus. Later on, below this cell wall, who is present? Cell membrane is present. The cell membrane it is having finger-like projections towards the cytoplasm. This is called as which one? Mesosomes. Now, the mesosomes are growing towards the center. Now, the cytoplasm exactly divided to half. This is the binary fission process. This is the binary fission. Now, the binary fission process, it is happened with the help of whom? Mesosomes. Here it means which one? The cytokinesis process is carried out by the mesosomes. That is the concept. Here I am not talking about any spindle fiber. Remember that one. Spindle fiber is not. Whereas if you come back to mitosis process, in the mitosis process, once the cell is divided, we will get here two cells. During in the process, in the mitosis metaphase stage, which are formed, spindle apparatus or spindle fibers are formed. Okay. What is the common concept? In the bacteria, once the cell is divided, we will get here how many cells? Two cells. Now, whereas in the mitosis process, once the cell is divided, we will get two cells. Sir, why we are not considered, both are considered category of mitosis? Why? Because means bacterial binary fission, it is otherwise called as amitosis process. Why? Because means here it is not consistent with the formation of spindle fibers. What was the question? After completion of 3 generations, I was told already, n is nothing but given that number of generations. So here 2 to the power of n for 3 generations of the bacteria. Now how many bacteria cells are formed? 2 into 2 into 2. Now how many cells? 8 cells are formed. Are you observing any spindle fiber formation here? No. So that's why spindle fiber formation is 0. Now number of cells are 8. Number of spindle fibers are 0. In mitosis process, in the mitosis process, for every mitosis, one metaphase stage. So, how many mitotic divisions are generations here also? 2 into 2 into 3. How many cells are formed? 8 cells. So, here 8 cells are formed after 3 generations. After 3 generations. How many spindle apparatus is formed? 8 spindle apparatus is formed. How many? Here, how many generations? So here to count, for example, how many cells are formed here? 8 cells are formed. To form that 8 cells, how many number of mitotic divisions takes place? What is the formula? N minus 1. N minus 1. So of the 2 meant 7 mitotic divisions. So normally in every mitotic division, you remember formation of one spindle fiber. Here there is no more formation of the spindle fiber. To give that confused, I used to ask. I already explained these concepts in binary fission and some problems. Now the process is called amitosis process. Okay. And tomorrow we will start meiosis process.